Yo. Oh dear. Echo. Why is there an echo? What did I leave unmuted? Haha. Found it. Good. Okay. Gotta love it when a window that you have. Well, maybe it was just me. I had my mod view open and I could hear myself talking. Whether my computer picked that up, the Stream Elements picked it up, I should say, I have no idea. But I heard it. Like I opened mod view just to see the user list before I unmuted my mic just for funsies. And yeah, apparently I didn't have that muted for some reason. But though I always mute it. It probably just goes off my base. I probably have desktop audio turned down too low for you guys to hear it. That's probably why. Hey, Cronoa! And hi, Shadow! And hi, Dragon! I love that I told you I was going to go get tea and make tea and then start. And I came back from making tea. And you just had a joke sitting there, Dragon. Just like, huh, Dragon said thing. Oh, goodness. Yep, I made tea. Doesn't quite taste right, but I didn't have everything because I used all the creamer this morning. And yeah. You know, I probably should switch over to my other screen so you guys can see. I may have been doing lots of things since the last time I streamed. I don't think. Oh, some of this might have been here. I don't remember. I can't remember what well, because last time I streamed Minecraft, I streamed from the Season 1 server. We did a little bit here, but I don't think most of this was here. I know some of it definitely wasn't. I miss my Zoom. I need to get my mods fixed. I keep forgetting. But we're not working down here today. Well, at least not right now. Hi, Tropics. We're going to work up in the sand and sandstone area and plant some alien plants. Because why not? Okay, my question is, what exactly have you been fighting?
I don't know what's happening. Talon and I putting a painting inside the goat house she has.
Hi, Hantu. Yeah, did the zombie... I guess the zombie piglins probably hit back. I guess. So, here are alien plants. Now, I noticed something interesting. I have lower numbers of a couple of these, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. I definitely want blue ones. Kind of just have to figure it out. So I probably need to toss a good number of these in here. These are all fans. These are probably giving me more what I want in most places. I'll just go ahead and toss these all the colors in here, and I'll leave blocks in there. Let's see. Oh, yep, that. A little bit of moss as well, just in case I end up wanting to do some wireframes and whatnot, because a couple of these areas were kind of originally out of the town edge. Like over here. It's kind of just going to be, well, I had a building here and then I removed it because I didn't like it. Where it was, that is. I didn't actually have it built. But then we moved the wall all the way out to here so that it encompassed all the fishing area. And there's this huge corner now. And there's a couple places here as well. But the main thing is the plants. So I'm okay. Yeah, I might need a few, but I don't know that I will today. It's one of those, like, I just really like the tube coral, but that's almost, I think I have 33 in total or something like that. Just means I need to go back. Hi. Let's see, where to start? Where to start? Let's start right here. Why not have a plant right here? Now, granted, I'm gonna have to run around a lot to get water for this to work. Less coral, more fans. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's see. We've got acacia, green, this. So let's go with a yellow one, I think. Will look good. Ooh. Yeah, I like that one. Does this need to be moved over one? Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run around and get water a lot, but there's at least like three, sure. 3 or 4 wells in this place. So, and a couple ponds. So it shouldn't be too hard. Hiyo fishies. And I think we should put one right here. We'll put a pink one here. That is a magenta, I guess. Technically, it's magenta, not pink.
His name is Mr. Chow. He's down that tunnel.
Yeah, I have plenty of the blocks, plenty of fans. But I probably, if I realized the ratio of a couple of these, the magenta, I think it was the magenta and the blue one specifically. I was like, oh, oops.
That's why I bought my office.
Ooh, a red one would look good, like right here, I think.
It shows you duration speed.
I really like the shape of the fire coral. I kind of wish we had a few more like that. But they're all very
I
fun.
don't own them, but they're pretty cheap.
I also, like, I didn't think about it before, but I really love that you can do this. I don't know if that was fully intentional, that you can place them like that outside of the water, but it's cool. Hi guys. I'm glad to see not just fishermen are coming out of this pile of things. That's nice. And he actually, I think if I remember, yeah, it's a decent trade. It's white wool. It's the easiest wool to get. Goes me. Right here. I think this one,
Hey, Anna, you want to please?
do a cluster of 2 right here. Do I want them to be diagonal or next to each other? I think we'll do a diagonal. Did I put our water on that one? This is not, that's a one water source. Ah. Lake. Hot.
It is.
Hmm.
If you go outside, he covered this whole island in moss.
Alright.
And made it
We'll
like
do a blue one here.
all the floor moss.
And I wonder, no, not like that, but we'll do, yeah, I think that works. So, how's everybody else's weekend going? It's kind of weird this weekend because we didn't have UHC. There wasn't Phasmo on Friday. It was just really quiet. It's nice though. I spent most of yesterday painting. Yeah, I imagine you guys were busy. And I'm glad you had a blast. It sounded like a fun time. Do-do-do-do. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, with you two and Poulter and Tall, like, it's hard not to have fun, I imagine. But then it sounded like you went to a really cool place and played games, which is even more fun. That's the fan, right? If we do that and that, it should still hold water. Question is, where is the nearest water? Probably right there. Oh, and before anyone panics, Mimic is just up there. I moved Mimic up top to help me with something and didn't move her back because LAs are a pain in the butt to move.
Wait, was that it? What? Did I already pass it? Ah! I'm killing myself!
Ooh. Castle walls are almost finished. Turn the big cave straight below into a storage for into farms and movies and shows. Sounds like a good weekend, Chrono. Oh, you know, I probably should eat. Probably. And then I need one more for this. Boop-a-dip-doo. I love the Rick Plaz. It makes me happy. Whee! That one has water, right? Now I don't know. Does it have water? Yes. Alright. This whole important. I don't remember. Oh, I think that's the way to get down to the village breeder, isn't it? One of the ways. Goodness, there's a lot of villagers. Goodness. Okay, now where? Not right there, because that's a door. So that wouldn't make sense. Kind of want to put them in areas where they wouldn't necessarily have been trampled, where they would get water. We may need to disable it because I think I rescued 5 or 6 of them out of there the other day. And there's 3. See, they keep going. You know what? I'm going to. They keep doing that where they go over there and then they get stuck because they can't find past the rails. Because they can when they're a kid and then they can't when they're adults for some reason. Now, put that there. We can leave them in there. But yeah, I think there are. How do you fix what? Oh, hit F1. There you go. That. Apparently, Peter doesn't have shulkers. That's an interesting fact. I don't know how anyone on this server doesn't have a shulker, but here we are. Let's see. What? Oh. Alright, well, we're going to put the plant there. Ooh, I think I want a blue one there. Yeah. Kind of feels, because there's not going to be a path here. We got a box of shells. The only thing missing is the wood. Yeah. Maybe he didn't get a box of shells? Maybe he doesn't have a mailbox. It's quite possible he doesn't have a mailbox.
Me, I have a mailbox.
Have you checked it?
Yeah,
Did you not get a shulker box of shulker shells?
yeah. But I died and lost everything.
Including your... okay.
But I technically have a sugar box, but it's in an in chest, and I never got one. I can't find one. Oh, no one has one. I have 6. Here, I have 6.
Apparently when he died and lost everything, he lost his only in chest, and he hasn't been able to find one to get his shulker
I have like 6. Peter, you want more?
shells of shulkers out of it. I could have just asked.
I have like 6. Exactly, sir.
Because we have, like, people of us have. Like, we have enough to share. Exactly, Sasquatch. You have 6. Dragon and I have a few. We have like 10 just lying around our base somewhere. Because every time we do a project and we're sitting there finishing up, I'm like, can we just leave an end chest here? Because that way we don't have to run. Or one of us leaves it, or... And there are double chests of shulkers or shulker cells. Yes. Why is that so hard to say? But yeah, there are. There's quite a few. And there's so much iron as well. But also, there's like multiple end chests in spawn, so... You know, he'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Knowing maybe Dragon and Sasquatch, they will get him what he needs. You do. You sell the things, exactly. The end chest, yeah. I know what you meant. You sell the end chests, and... Heck, I don't think I've even dented my shulker shell chest. Though I don't know. I think it's sorted into the system somewhere. I don't know where it went. But I know Dragon and I still have quite a few. So, like,
That's cringe.
even if we turned off the farm completely, we could have shared. It's sorted into the system. Yeah, that's what I kind of remember doing. Because I think I made a handful, and then, like, I made what at one point, like, put together my end chest. Where did I... Oh, there we go. Like, I made my end chest, and then I put it away. Like, I filled it up with all the things I needed. Ooh. Yeah, we'll do... Not there. There. I still love the name of this sword. Oh, goodness.
Peter, I delivered some bricks to your free chest. Peter. What? Oh, thank you, sorry.
Whee.
It's so trippy when you look at someone and they're wearing your head. Anna hit me and I looked at her and she was literally wearing my head.
Because going back and forth is fun. I mean, I could drop a bunch of infinite water sources around here, but... In fact, I think there probably should... Well, I mean, to be fair, sheep have a water source. They just like to drown in it for unknown reasons. Ow! Ow, that was loud. But thank you, Rusty Nails, for playing R2D2. I don't know why that was so loud. Huh. You guys will have to tell me if it was loud for you guys, because that... Ow. It's all good, though. Doop, doop, doop. Yeah, because see, like this area, I'm not sure what's going here. We have the mine and the barn, which were two of the first. No, it's a Star Wars one. It's R2D2. I don't. I think I know what Red Dead Redemption is, but I probably wouldn't have sounds for it. But I'm a Star Wars geek, so, you know, Star Wars sounds, it made perfect sense. But welcome in. Ooh, let's put a pink one here. And then maybe like here, put another one. Let's see, over here will be the best place, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to put here. I do think, like, I have the sheep here. They kind of need a building. And I want to put, like, a couple of shepherds in. I actually may do tents. Well, whoops. Did I not put water on that one? Apparently, I didn't put water on that one. Yeah, I'll do, like, a tent thing, which would be kind of fun. Maybe in, like, that corner over there. But then we have the cows who kind of also need, like, if the sheep get their own pen, right, the cows probably should have their own pen. But it's just a matter of figuring out what to do with that. Or, like, if it's not that, what is it? What else makes sense? Because this is kind of the animal corner. Oh, though we do need a place for the horses. Good intent, Mousy. What is with you guys in the puns today? That's what I want to know. Like, was it just like an agreement you guys decided last night that you guys were just going to do this, or what? Yesterday, this morning, whenever. Before stream. But thank you for playing the Star Wars Cantina, Rusty now. Hey! Goose you. Yeah, the horses have to go in somewhere. Because we got the llamas. We got the sheep. The phantoms, of course, are always part of this. And over here we have, excuse me, the cows, bunnies, and pigs.
I am sorry, I'm kind of been busy.
So it's like, well, oh yeah, there's a water source right there. I forgot that was there. That's actually one of the original villages farming areas. What are the villagers doing over there? Hold on. Do I see what I think I see? Yes. Yes, I... What are you doing back here? I mean, if one of you wants to go in the barn and work there, I don't want to argue, but... What on earth? Alright. Alright, this is something we're going to temporarily fix. It's probably going to break. What do you need?
How much? How much diamonds does Shadow sell her silk touch for?
I think it's like 1 diamond a book or something like that.
No, I have 2 diamonds. Good. I have 2 diamonds, so.
You only have 2 diamonds to your name?
Yes, I will, Clara.
Oh, sounds like somebody needs to go on a mining session.
Yeah, look, Abby says not everyone's as rich as you, Clara. Me and Abby are broke. And there's me.
I mean, I'm not that rich.
Joshua has like 6 stacks of diamonds. I do not. I only have 1.
I actually don't know how many diamonds I have. Because I don't keep track of it. You know, I think we want more stonemasons. So I will toss a couple stonemason things. Well, once I get them in there, moving them out of it eventually will be fine.
I'm richer.
The chickens can stay on this side of the fence. It's fine. Just
I'm saying I'm more rich now.
put those there.
I have diamonds still.
And they'll eventually decide to come over here. Maybe. Yes. Tender of plants. That's a good idea.
Stop.
Alright, let's see. We'll put some. Let's see if we can get a couple on this hill. It's a little harder to put them in the hill because it kind of needs to not spill everywhere.
Stupid in shop. He deserves to be out of business.
But like that, I think looks cool.
Yeah, Char put me out of business. I'm already doing that.
Like the chicken on top of the tower over there, I'm just like, okay, chickens, whatever. I don't know how the villagers got over there. I really don't understand them. Let's see, where else can we sneak one in? Probably right here. Because if you do that, just doop. Make sure the water doesn't run anywhere. And we'll do pink again. Yep, and 4 inches for diamonds. Yeah, he was asking about Silk Touch books. Because I guess he's rebuilding from when he died.
One of their links over here? No.
Honestly tempted to just go give him diamonds because he said he had 2 diamonds to his name. But guess that's what happens when you go exploring and you don't pay attention to where you go. Warning to the wise, as the saying goes. No, I don't want water. I want that there.
I lost everything and got slaughtered, so.
Yeah, because it was when 119 was started on the server,
Because I literally have 2 diamonds. I'm gonna go.
and he went exploring, and that was that. Hi, Star Hydra. Welcome in. How is your weekend going?
Just go like 12 more houses in Perry. I actually got clipped.
Yep. Exactly, Shadow. You got that started and never needed to worry about getting back up your gear again. It's going good. It's going good. I had a pretty chill day yesterday. Painted a ton. If you want to see what I was doing, you can check the art gallery channel in the Discord. I dropped some pictures in there. But I have 8 Mandalorian minifigures from Star Wars Legion that I was painting. I have 4 of them done? Yes, 4 of them done. And 2 of them are half done. I probably could have finished more, but I was like, nope. I've got a few done. I'm not going to burn out on this. I'm going to leave some things to do another day.
You gotta be kidding me. I spent diamonds on buying Efficiency 5 and I have 2 Efficiency 5 books in my chest? Why?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I spent all my
Hung out in the streams, and we did a birthday surprise for a streamer friend, streamer acquaintance friend, whatever. And that was really fun. She had no idea. And yeah, it was insane.
I put mending and efficiency on.
One of the community members, one of her mods, just like actually showed up at her house, and it was cool. It was very fun.
Why did I die in the middle of saying that?
And of course, the whole idea was she had no ideas, so then we totally we totally derailed the stream for like the first 3 hours. Well, yeah, that was my Saturday. Was just hanging out, painting, and lurking in streams. Hey. Boop. Yeah, I love the color. That makes me happy. You can just see color everywhere now. Because it's a desert, right? Like there's not gonna be like trees everywhere. I mean, there could be. But it's an alien desert. Did I literally pick up the water and dump it back out again? But, you know, alien desert plants.
6 diamonds richer. Woohoo! Stop it, Dawson. I have like a stack of nuggets. Yeah, you're purposely being rude. Stop.
Boop, doop, doop. We'll put a blue one here, and let's see, what's this color here? This one's magenta. So we'll do pink again, because I have the most of the pink ones, so I'm going to try to use those. Yeah. I definitely like that. That with it, like, I think right here, I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Right here is where I want to put one of the tree designs I came up with. Not really tree, but let's see. Just put, well, you know, grab water. But there we go. Like right here-ish, I think. Boop. Nope. Boop. We'll just put a pink one there for now. Put one of those. We'll put there. I have a couple like bigger alien plant designs that I've put together. One right there because I don't know that you could really. I mean, I could fit a building there. Not gonna. Are they actually making it to the chest, or are they getting burnt?
No, they're not, Joshua, because the chests are full.
Okay. All right. I'll mention it. Apparently, at the end, Enderman Ender, one of the swords is right next to a hopper, so that when you take it out of the item frame, it ends up in the hopper and into the system instead of in your inventory, which might explain why they're disappearing. If they were just, I think at one point there was a few that disappeared, but yeah, that might explain it. Might also not be exactly what's happening. No idea.
I don't have silk touch, Abby. You can go buy silk touch. I did. You already bought it on my. Yes, I don't. I didn't have XP to put it on my axe. I went to the end phone to level up to put it on. And then I had to go back to Shadow Monkey's house and collect it, which she nice. Well, I just stole this. Oh, it's not even on. Never mind. I just stole this music disc from you, and I'm gonna go play it.
Yeah, that looks good. Let's see. More plants. I also want to figure out a better way to store the stone with the stonemasons. I think we could just probably tuck it in. Because I have 3 more shulkers of stone downstairs that we need to trade to them. Yeah. I think the only thing is sometimes the reason people do it is so that the sword has sweeping edge. Because not everybody keeps sweeping edge on the sword. But I mean, it works, right? It kills it eventually. Especially since I think ours fall far enough that they're one-hit punches anyways? I might be wrong on that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have walked out of a farm with the sword, but I haven't walked all the way back to my house with it. But, yeah. Because, like, the spider farm in Season 1, I would forget to put the sword back. Otherwise, I usually would just have used my own. But, though to be fair, do I even have my sword? I don't even have my sword right now, but if I were to go to the Enderman Ender... Actually, I think when I go to the Enderman Ender, I just use my own sword. Because with that, you're trying to get XP. It's not like you're even trying to get the drops. So if you don't have looting, it doesn't matter. I do have looting. But that might be a reason at one point or another to use a farm sword versus not, is if you don't have looting yet. Then you would rather use the sword that does. Granted, if somebody doesn't have looting, then they can probably find someone on the server that has a book that they would be willing to sell. But I know early on it's sometimes harder to get looting. Otherwise, I just have to use my own, because then you have to fumble with remembering to put it back. And not putting back your own sword on accident. It's just a whole thing. Nowadays, if I want XP, I go to our stonemasons and give them our surplus of stone. Because right now, you saw the three shulkers over there. There's another one at the other mason, and there's 3 downstairs. And I think our stone might be overflowing again. Though, we haven't dug that much since I pulled a bunch out. But we might still have, the stone might be overflowing. The cobble was what I turned into stone. So, that's what I've been using for XP, because 1, it's right here. 2, it's a resource that we have too much of, that we need out of our inventory storage area. And 3, why not? I trade the emeralds for something else, usually quartz. Go from there. Yep, that will work. A little terraforming while we're at it. But yeah, I just don't like the look of the shulkers out front, so I'll probably just move them inside. I might end up actually doing the insides of those villager houses at some point. Because most of them, let's see, this one's a good example, I think. Most of them look like this. They have a table of some sort, in this case, a smoker for the butcher. Is it? Whoop. Yes, butcher. That's sorry. And then beds. Hi. Sometimes this one doesn't have a bed. I'm not sure why this one doesn't have a bed, but it doesn't have a bed. So most of them are dug out. Most of them. Some of them I didn't end up fully digging out when I built them. I think that's mostly over there. Ooh, need one right here. Hi. Yeah, ever since we let the villagers kind of roam a bit, there's just so much activity, and I love it. And yes, I know, I was digging it out with an axe. Pickaxe. Whoops. Should have just had my shovel out, but I didn't. Whee! Oh, that reminds me. If you ever send a message to Sliders and Numbers, it's a little kitty. Yeah. I could see that. I can definitely see that. Especially since I think you mentioned that he hasn't quite learned not to get up on the desk yet. Yeah. You're training him not to jump on the desk, tables, and counters. So he's still learning that particular skill. Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, only a few days, so it's excusable. It takes months, if not a little longer than that, to train some of the habits out. I say that because Lucy's still learning quite a few things. She's 9 months old. So we've had her for,
The outside and the inside.
I have a bucket of lava. I might just go burn.
gosh, I don't know. What was it, October last year?
I have a good way to hear your temper.
Yeah, I think it was like October last year, so give or take. October, September. Can't remember which one. But I know it was before Christmas. But we kind of joked she was the Christmas, like, the family Christmas gift, sort of, but not really.
I'm bored, Abby. I did everything I wanted to do today.
I know, I saw. It's amazing.
I wish you could put these on something other than Nylium. Because these and the Crimson Roots mixed in with the coral would be so nice.
Oh, not anymore.
But you can't. I'm still considering adding patches of Nylium in places. Yeah, you can put them in pots. And I have them in pots in places.
Whole new aquarium place that's underwater.
I don't know where. Like, I have that one there. I think I was just messing with it. You can put it on moss, but you can't put it on sand.
Oh my god. And what, Joshua? Oh, Abby, I remember you're making a new base here.
Probably can put it on dirt too.
Unfinished tower.
Yeah, if you look at some of the, you can't really see it, but there are places where there are pots on the roof line, and there's a lot of different like crimson and whatnot. But I need to add like a handful of other gardens. I need to finish this one. I can actually do that right now. Let's see. I need the stone box. There we go. Do I have stone cobble at all? All right, fine. So what I did was I put in kind of like that. Actually, I think I did it kind of like one over. Not do it perfectly square, and then I'll make that. Kind of like put that here. And that here, and then kind of there. Works.
There's nothing to do. Does anyone have a gas bed?
Does anybody have a ghast head? I don't know that anybody has a ghast farm.
I'll pay all my diamonds for a gas head. It's only 4 diamonds, but
I'll pay all my diamonds. I only have 4.
yeah. Well, anyone can be as rich as you, Clara.
I earned that mostly. Thank you very much.
Well, I got cheated out of my shop
Bye.
by some unspoken character.
By Char!
It was by Char.
Oh, okay.
I made a wool shop first, and she made wool that was like for less, and then I changed my prices, but no one realized.
I never knew you had a wool shop.
Yes.
Rin and Char were competing for it at one point.
Everyone that I had a wool shop, but then nobody ever remembered I have a wool shop,
All right, we'll put it on the list of things. Hi, Stormy.
and it just went out of business.
Well, go mining.
I actually resent that, Peter.
Okay, fine. Josh is my only customer. He buys like once a month.
That's a lot more often than I buy wool.
I moved my black carpet for my. Yeah, but so you only need it.
All right. Well, that interruption aside, how are you, Stormy? Oh, I forgot to put my fortune away. If I don't put that away, I will accidentally break my end chest with it and be sad. You think Chap has a gas farm? Okay. If he doesn't find one, I think he... someone, if he doesn't get one, or she doesn't get one, I can mention that she should ask in Discord. Or if she's not in Discord, I can ask for her. That's all good. But that's a later problem.
Bring trophies with me. I can hold your stuff.
See, we'll put one right here.
Very convincing.
And I want it to be a red fan.
Good, good, good.
Yeah, that works.
Win? Like you're saying
Put another one here. I like putting them like next to the rocks. Because you often will see plants in real life, like right next to in the cracks of the rocks.
I'll get more later though.
Because rocks hold moisture better underneath them. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, see, that looks good. I do wish, like, I have the 3D mushrooms. I wish we had 3D coral. I don't know who said that last stream. That I did coral 2 weeks ago?
From behind. You know, sneaky creature.
Oh, it's all good, Stormy. It's all good. I get it. Often, more often than not, half the time, more often than not, when I join a stream, I don't say anything. Because I'm lurking and I'm either doing something else or just tired. So. Though it depends whose stream it is. But I totally get it. In fact, I think I was very quiet yesterday in Yumil's stream. Because I was just out of it. And then Dad had to restart the Wi-Fi, and I kind of just went to bed. But I don't know why our Wi-Fi's been doing this weird thing where like the computers that are plugged right into it are fine. Like mine, I never noticed. Like I rarely have to do anything with it. But the laptops and phones and excuse me, just can't maintain a connection sometimes. Like it'll say they're connected, but they are very much not connected. It drives me nuts when I'm trying to do something on my phone. But doesn't help that we have very low cell. So like it's not like I couldn't notice when it goes out, but
Peter, when you use one, Peter, it makes it invisible to all the things for a little bit. Like last time I could just trigger spawn. Because I just had to press T and then that's why I didn't like trigger spawn.
oh my. So after you left Humil stream, they started doing railway work at 4 a.m. Like I get why you would do railway work at 4 a.m., right? Because that way the railways can run during the day when they're supposed to. But if it's keeping people up and making noises that loud and shaking houses, you might not be doing it right. Yeah, that might be part of the problem. I don't know because the people who put it in say it should be working the way it is. I think it has something to do with we have the 2 boosters and they're the ones that handle that part of it or something, and they're the ones that making sure it covers the house. Actually, I think we might have 3 because I think there's one in the basement too, and they aren't communicating correctly with the main router or something like that. I know Dad's tried like changing frequencies and things, but sometimes he just has to restart it. And then they reconnect and go, oh, wait. Did I not? Oh, yeah, I put water there probably. Like, oh yeah, wait, I'm supposed to work. And then start working. Yeah, if I randomly was trying to go to sleep and the house started shaking with loud noises, I'd be scared too. Hi, Jen. Welcome in. I know yesterday, or speaking of loud noises and being scared, yesterday I didn't realize it was going to be stormy. I think it was yesterday. Like it was gonna we're gonna have like a thunderstorm, and so I was about to take one of the dogs out. It was just normal after sunset, whatever. And I was in the kitchen. Yep, exactly. It just really loud clap of thunder just
Oh my gosh.
boomed over the house. I was like, I think I actually like yelped a little. And jumped. Because like, you know, when you're expecting a thunderstorm or expecting, you know, rain, or you know, you've been watching the clouds and you can kind of tell that they're starting to go that direction. It doesn't necessarily startle you when you have thunder, but when it's just been quiet and there's been no rain, no nothing, and all of a sudden there's just thunder and lightning like right over the house. Yeah, I totally jumped.
Clara,
What, child?
I'm killing gas to try to get a gas head, and I killed one and it dropped the head, but it landed in lava.
Oh no! I hate it when that happens.
I hate that. It's stupid. Literal underworld.
Well, I mean, I will say once the villagers took over, this field was all wheat. Now it's very much not all wheat. And I can't say I'm happy about that. But I mean, what am I supposed to do? Because that's what they have in their inventory.
Fetching makes me
Oh, and this one over here was all potatoes, I think? Is it still all potatoes? They haven't harvested yet. That's why. There were carrots in it but I had to keep fixing it. So then I had to change the fence out. Because originally there was trapdoors here, but they kept jumping over the trapdoors and breaking everything. So I put in the fences instead and just went with it.
gas head. It's not above lava.
Hello there.
Hello there, Jin.
Because you're not gold. No,
Thank you for gifting Stormy a sub and Chrono a sub.
Hello there.
I love that sound alert. I love it. Makes me happy. I got defensive about my crops. Dragon!
Hello there.
Don't you want to live?
Thank you for subbing yourself and gifting 2 subs, Jin. Thank you very much. And enjoy the emotes
It's never above lava.
and all the things and fun.
I don't enjoy this.
Oh yeah, that was entertaining. The thunder clap over my head. I did not end up taking the dog out because I think it was the older one I was trying to take out. Or maybe I was going to take both of them. I don't remember. But I knew if it happened again, they'd both freak out. So I was like, oh, you can just wait. Oh, I need more water. Let's see, where else? Kind of going at this haphazardly, but
It's literally
You know.
half in lava. This is not fair.
that's how I do with plants in Minecraft. Is I just go at it, and then eventually I'm like, nope, too many, or that's enough. But yeah, here, that's what I was talking about. The fences. This used to be just one level of trapdoors, but they kept jumping over it and breaking it, so I put 2. And that works here, but it does not work over there. 'Cause it wouldn't look right. And here there was plants. I changed it to sugarcane and flowers because they also still couldn't stop stomping the crops. Hopefully they aren't jumping over onto these, but you never know with villagers. You never know. I mean, they've been jumping off the top of the nether
Ooh, almost died.
portal building, and like getting stuck over there, so you know.
Midair, which
I don't understand them.
gliding. And I fell into a pool of lava.
But yeah, we have one another. Oh, I need to remember to name him. Give him a pumpkin. Oh look, see, demonstrating my point. You're demonstrating my point. They get, somehow, for starters, somehow they get up there. probably by climbing up and jumping down. But then they decide, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump off 15 block jump
I have nothing to add to my
for fun.
collection of mobs.
And then they end up going through the portal somehow. Like, you know, climbing through here.
I come knowing
But
that
the reason we have the
they-
rails down is to keep them from getting over here because they won't leave the starter house alone. Because there's too many cool things in there, and I don't want villagers in the starter house.
Anyways, Abby.
And so yeah, then I don't know why they do that. Like, why is it part of their pathfinding for the jump off edges? Why is that a thing they feel like they must do? Because, like, you have to trick most other mobs in, like, mob farms to jump off of cliffs. Yet, if you wanted to do the same thing with villagers, you just have to sit there and wait. I do not understand. Can I put water here? I don't know that I can. Oh, well, I can put water there. I just have to remember not to dump it out of my head later.
I can't see anything. I tried to blink.
At some point, I have this mostly working. To fix this. Yeah, I can't go much further this way. Thank you, dragon. Redeeming the goat scream.
You know, that wasn't nearly as loud as that R2D2 one was earlier. I don't know why.
Lucy. I'm calling you too much.
Yeah, if I take out some of this sand, I will end up dumping water on redstone. So we'll leave that be. Hi, Hantu. See. Oh, you felt the story was yawning and you needed to wake her up. Fair enough. Thank you for the creeper fuse sound, Shadow. A good use of chocolate, I guess. So glad I thought of calling those chocolates. It just makes me happy every time I think about it. Oh, speaking of. Let's see how my boss is gonna be. My boss? Bot. I can word. How my bot is going to handle it there. Is it gonna be a good bot or a bad bot?
Ooh, it's gonna be a good bot, apparently.
I got to keep my chocolates. Stop. after Among Us, then he can stop being in your head. Though in fairness, he's half the time he's the imposter, so you know. Ooh, both Shadow and Mousy and I won more chocolate bars? Huh. Interesting. Probably means the next person's not going to. Who knows? Now the real question is... Oop, that's not the button I wanted to push. What? Fair enough, Story. Fair enough. We will miss you if you don't come, but we also completely understand.
No. I was trying to kill this one for a while, but I was waiting till it was trying to get.
Yeah, I don't know how and I got 3 trolls in a row too. That's hilarious.
But then it hit me when I was going over lava, and I went to, when you get hit by a gas bomb while gliding, you stop gliding.
Ooh, 3 out of 64 dragon. Not bad, not bad. I'm pretty sure I hold number 1, but I'm not surprised by that. I think I have a lot. Oh no, Shadow. You got 2 rips and a hype. So you lost the chocolate bars.
Oh, I got more than.
I actually really like that Stream Elements lets you customize the modes in that. Because it makes it so much more fun. Dragon! Oh no, you lost all the chocolate bars. Shadow, can you give him back some? Or can you give yourself chocolate bars? I don't know that we tested this. But if he can give it back to himself.
You're only gonna give him one. Oh goodness.
Oh, I need more water. Ooh, yay! Cronoa got more chocolate bars. Yay! Didn't work. Usage, edit points, username, all 1, 2, 3. Is it dragon? Is it? Well, it worked the second time. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. That's weird. Oh, is there a minimum to get the give points? Interesting. Well, add points. I imagine there's not. Excuse me. Minimum to give. I think give is still a command, but I don't know what the wording is.
All wood-related items, please.
Huh.
Report into these.
Maybe 2's the minimum? Or it was just Stream Elements being weird.
Your woody needs.
It's also technically a possibility. Maybe he had to have some for you. I don't know. Most likely just Stream Elements being weird about numbers. You also might have mistyped. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that part. It's possible. Okay, so down in this alleyway, which it will be an alleyway once this building's in, basically. We'll put one like right here.
Compost the road.
And we'll make it pink. Then I think one more like right here. So I get more water over here.
Express shipping or
Let's do a blue fan this time.
What would your sex keep say, Abby? Also, you should go mining to find diamonds so you can be rich so you can tip them.
No. While we're here, the Skulk Vein one. Though I probably should show you guys what I did with Skulk Vein yesterday. It was very fun. I'm very glad we decided to build that farm. Well, we decided we wanted it and then Dragon built it, but you know.
Yeah, remember, Gabby count Gabby. Go in the mailbox. Throw it in
But
the
if we
mailbox.
go ahead and plot these out real quick. Because part of the reason I like to do wireframes is so that you can kind of see the visual impact the buildings will have. Whether or not you like where they are.
Oh my gosh, Abby, you need to chill. Yeah, also look in the hotels. Right now, compared to all the new things they're doing, it's so crappy. I'm gonna join this one with the.
So we have a stacked building here. So this one could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's go right there. Because that'll be a minimum of 3 on the inside. Here, so a door on it won't look weird.
Look at Peter's thing. Wow, Peter's head's on a church.
Yeah, it knocks my building.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Peter, you even got the.
And then we'll put this one up at least 2. Let's do 3 up from that.
Seats, what are they called? Seats are called.
And just see how that looks. Also, like using the verdant lights with the moss works really well for making sure that everything's lit up. Nope, that's not what I wanted.
You know, pews are right.
Because half the time, really,
Well, I'm gonna go get
Fine.
Anna's gas head.
half the time I have done it a couple times where I have not put lights on top of this by accident and then had a mob drop on my head or threatened to. Though the main incident was when I built an example of our nether tunnel shape in the storage room and then Dragon came back a little bit later and found a creeper on top of it. Or was it a zombie? I don't remember.
Clara,
What?
I might have a.
Well, then find one of the glass panes in the boxes and fix it. It was death, so it probably was a creeper.
Yes. No, everyone's missing.
I'm going to guess with creeper. Because, well, I mean, it wasn't early on. But I'm pretty sure that was a creeper. And it was in the storage room, which wasn't quite a full storage room yet, though.
Alright.
At the time, I don't
Find some
think.
cats and kill them.
Yep, Sasquatch is ghast hunting.
Trying to get gas head.
Yeah, it was death. And it was like, oh, yeah. You know, I don't think I lit the top of that up. Oops. Though, in fairness, you died a lot in that. Well, we both did. But particularly you died a lot in that first little bit in that general area because we had so many mobs dropping from the ceiling. It was ridiculous. You would have thought there was a zombie spawner on top of that one pillar. Now, we do have a zombie spawner, but not where it would be raining zombies on our heads. I almost feel like there needs to be another building here. Because this kind of feels empty. Though I might put a guard in there instead.
I found a gas. It's not over lava. There's no lava near it.
But then this kind of winds through, and then there's that area.
No.
And you go down here, and I think there'll be another kind of like dock here or something of the like. And I'll need to. Well, we still haven't figured out what we're gonna do with the docking area, anyways. Not completely. So I'll wait to build that and open up the doors to that lake, that outside lake and whatnot. Till later. Just grab that there.
Yeah, that attempted murder. I think that it's like.
Let's put a red one here. And then one like right over here. Not line it up with that. So like right here.
Did not go to jail. He just went. Wait, where'd he go? I'm in the underworld currently. I killed him in the underworld. Yeah, he just goes somewhere. He's just dead. Maybe he just respawns and they'll come on the other.
Huh. Ooh, chocolate. Okay. Normal or mint chocolate, Shadow? Meanwhile, I'm apparently going to be rescuing villagers. Oh my word. Okay, come on. Out. Oh, and I gotta hydrate. Mint, always mint. Alright, on it. And then I'll drink some more tea. Ooh, nice, Shadow. Aw, Cornell lost chocolate bars. Oh, I need to send you a picture of this mint chocolate because I love. They did it like they have the green and they have the dark chocolate and they swirled them together. It's really cool. Cool. Alright, now that they're not stuck in there anymore, I'm just gonna do that. Put the torch back. And hopefully they stop getting stuck there. They were part eaten ones? Alright, that's fair, If it's part eaten and you don't know who bit out of them, then yeah. I'm just gonna throw them away. Oh, that's not what I wanted. you take a bite out of every one-handed so. I mean, you got to, right? Taxes.
Just like turn around and somebody's running at you.
If I was handing out chocolate bars, I'd probably break off a piece every once in a while.
Actually, probably not, considering how rare.
Exactly, quality control. You got to make sure that they taste okay and they don't have weird poison or in it or something. Or that they didn't like melt and reform weird or whatever. Yeah. I also feel like I'll end up putting a garden here. But we should put. Ooh. I feel like a torch needs to go there. I didn't mean to do that.
I gotta play Blaze Rods now.
They are. I'm very happy I got them because I don't normally like dark chocolate in like most circumstances. But I saw those and I was like, it's mint though. It's a mint dark chocolate. Oh, it's really good. So I've decided I don't like mint, not mint. Hey, I love mint. I don't necessarily like dark chocolate on its own. But if it has something else in it, like there's some ones I get that have acai in it. There's ones I get sometimes raspberry and strawberry. And then mint or whatever. We'll try them and find out if I like them or not. Thank you, Dragon, for redeeming Eat or Reload. I ate some golden carrots. Don't have a cookie at the moment because I haven't been by your house for a floor cookie yet. Could go do that. I think we should put one here. So I feel like, you know, the corner of the house, you've got a little plant outside, right? That does sound interesting, Stormy. Oh, goodness. Bad decisions were made. You guys can just, I laugh at you in minecart rails. Ha.
So, what are you currently doing now?
Curious if it, no, he can pathfind over it. Great. We're gonna have to build that part up higher.
If you pick Bastion, any team will be Bastion next.
Goodness. Who gave you a speed boost? You're not allowed to have a speed boost.
I'm not letting no one be Bastion. I know. But that means that I'm gonna actually like
But most of the zombies don't figure out how to get over the wall.
probably sweaty and actually
But
like,
I'm currently
Most of them.
which apparently do not exist in this nether.
that's fair.
They don't appear when you want them, but they appear when you but I forgot.
They won't spawn in that section, Joshua. You need to find a Soul Sand Valley or Nether Wastes. So either Netherrack or Soul Valley.
Mines are everywhere, Clara. Claire, you know when no one's loading these chunks, Clara?
Yeah, the lava's spawning. Yeah. Cool.
Ooh, soul sand mine, come on.
Have to do something about this end of the wall for that reason. Honestly, might just look. I might be able to tweak this a little bit. I mean, I built this part here, so tweaking this a little bit so that it's not as easy to climb is probably a good idea.
She's annoyed. She's like, what?
Wait, I found a stronghold. Clara,
She must find the other direction.
I found a stronghold and no one has loaded these chunks.
Okay. Be careful. That's where their skellies are.
That's also where pig step is.
Yes, Pigstep is in the Bastions, not the Fortresses.
She hit me and missed you.
This black temple at Clara.
Oh, you found a Bastion. Okay.
I thought they're stronghold. Oh,
No, strongholds are the nether brick ones.
Sniper. I say sniper.
yes.
Or that nether. I don't know. I get it all confused. Yeah, I think Zoe's upstairs with mom, and Lucy's down here by herself, and she's not happy about that.
You silly, why you listen to my song?
Not because she cares that Zoe is getting attention or when she's not getting. It's just it's always upstairs, and Lucy's downstairs, and yeah, it's adorable how attached she is to Zoe. Because earlier Lucy has to kind of stay in the kitchen and living room, off the carpet for a little bit longer.
I survived! Oh my gosh, I typed spawn like 20 times! Where did it work?
What was I saying? Yeah, and Zoe was outside of that area with mom and dad, and mom and dad were sitting in the schoolroom talking, and Lucy was going crazy. 'Cause that's when I was making tea, and I was just in the kitchen, and she was like, "Clara, Zoe's somewhere else, Zoe's somewhere else, let me out, let me out." I was like, nope. Tried to convince Zoe to come inside to Lucy's little corner of the house, and, you know, play, but Zoe wasn't having it. When I tried to convince her, she went up and got on Dad's lap, and I was like, alright, fine. But yeah, that's what she's upset about. She's fine. She's just missing her best friend. Let's see. Let's go up to the best viewing spot. Ow. View the area. I think that is looking really cool. Just seeing the pops of blue, magenta definitely help. Adding in the bigger plants will also help too. And I need to put a few more of the wool like tapestry things around. Because I only have 4. Got the purple one, the gray one, the teal one. No, I have 5. There's the green one and the magenta one. But need one somewhere in this section, and then probably another one over that way somewhere. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, we actually have quite a few shepherds up here. What kind of wool do you take? Oh, white and brown. The easiest and the hardest to get. Very nice. I used to run off the top of that without wings all the time. I think I was doing without feather falling, maybe? Or was that after I got feather falling that I started doing that? I think it was part of the reason I got feather falling, because I kept doing it and almost dying, and then Dragon and Shadow were just like, nope, you need to get feather falling. Yup. Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure Dragon went and bought it and handed it to me. He's like, put this on your boots. Because I was driving him crazy. Ish. As crazy as I can drive him. Yeah. It was just so much fun, especially since we didn't have wings, so I couldn't really fly anywhere, so I just fell. And it was fun. But if we do, let's see, kind of, if tent shape is kind of like, you kind of do this, and then do that. Oh, not that. Something like that. And just do 2. Diagonal tent, diagonal tent. Do I want to try to do a diagonal tent? Maybe just do the 1 and then do more of a... Do like... Yeah, that ought to work. You could do this shape as well. which is kind of a tent, but more of the like standing up, like the ones you can stand up in tents, rather than the ones you like. Yeah. Yeah, more like that shape. I can move the path a little, probably.
Can you get a motion CD cap?
And then put the verdant light in each one so that we don't have any spawn issues.
Yeah. I like getting necklaces. And shirt.
Thank you, Shadow.
Basically.
I looked over at chat just as you did that. Nope, that's why it didn't scare me this time. But you'll get me eventually. Again. Yeah, like that right here, and then you got, your campfire with some chairs around it. Maybe some marshmallows. And then I'll try to see if maybe I can get a shepherd or two in there with them. Because that would be cool. And then I think putting the horses on this side makes sense. Because, especially since it's right next to the gate. You come into the gate and, like, if you happen to be riding a horse, which, I mean, I guess you could be riding it. Probably build a bridge there. And then it would make sense. But if you happen to ride a horse, you could then go over here. So it then kind of do like a pen here for one horse, like the outside part of a pen. Make sure it's. Don't know if it means I'll remove part of the water. I might, but I might not. But then do a little bit more of like a pasture on this side. One in, however, so that's kind of offset from this main building here. Boop, doop, doop. Kind of like this. And just make a barn out of it. Now, the question, of course, will be, and I'll probably move this hill back so that this part kind of works. Give some of the horses a little bit more outside place to go, a little bit less. And then on this side, kind of just have two. Oh, okay. Two pens there. Boop. Two stalls. They're not pens, they're stalls. And then like one here. And then maybe a tackle room like in this corner. And the door will be here-ish. 2 walls left on the castle, and then the exterior's done. Yay! That's awesome to hear. Yeah, when I saw it, I don't remember the last time you streamed it. When I saw it last, it was looking really cool. Might have been Thursday?
No.
Thursday or Friday, I don't remember. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you guys are getting very close to being done with that. It'll feel good to get that big project off the list of big projects. But yeah, that I think, and it'll have some like different levels to it, kind of like this one does. And a lot of the other buildings do. But probably means I need to move some grass into this area. You were half done, and then it's interior walls and such too. Yeah, you were working on the library, as I recall. A bit. You were putting in floating candles and whatnot. which floating candles. I am so glad they made that possible.
They think they can take the point. I want
Huh. Well,
yeah,
our mine shaft's infested. That's like I know it's not currently fully functional. But yeah, floating candles makes me happy. It's a green friend. And I can, you know what, I'll show you why it's not functional. Because originally, I made this path down and started digging around. Let me see if I can find where the original path went.
I'm spectating you.
Over here somewhere, kind of where this stairway ended up.
That's why.
Have I captured a baby zombie and named it Yoda yet? No. No, I have not. That's actually not a bad idea. I'll have to think about how that would work, because where would I put it right now? Oh, I think it came out here somewhere. Anyways, there was a stairwell, and then I think we were using... Well, I can just go lower to figure it out. Which stairwell we were using? Yeah. We're using this one, which went right through the moss farm. So then we moved it over. Then it went right through something else. I don't remember.
I don't like this carrot.
There was like 3 or 4 times we've had to move it now, where the lower staircase to get all the way to the bottom has gone through one room or another of the redstone. So right now, to get diamond level, going down through that mine, you would have to dig a new path.
If you don't give me diamonds, you can already
I don't remember what all it goes through, but like you can kind of see it down there at the really, really bottom of the world. We have an utter mess of a mine system. Interestingly, we haven't gone in this direction. So I think if we've gone into some of these caves. I'll have to remember that we didn't, we saw northwest, lower down. Might not be a bad idea to go to. Might not be a bad idea at all, because it looks like it's mostly unexplored. Might actually have some diamonds down there still. Oh yeah, that still needs to be made functional again. In all honesty, it also probably needs to be made navigatable, because last time I went down there, I got lost like 4 times trying to get down the stairs, because it went like through a cave, and then you had to turn left, and then you had to turn right. And yep. Yeah. Like I said, we've had to move that stairwell for redstone or farm purposes a couple times now. And it's not that big of a deal, because you just carve another path. But there's a point at which you're just like, maybe I should just start somewhere else. But also at the same time, I don't go mining that much for, like, actually go mining anymore, because honestly, with digging out sections, I get a lot of materials anyways. Because, like, for instance, go down the path here. We're gonna jump off, like, here, because, yeah, why not? Like, over here? Don't hit my head on the ceiling. Over here, I dug out a couple layers of deep slate, along with a bunch of this section. Like, those weren't floating when I started, for example. Like, I dug a bunch of this out and widened this crevice here. I got so many shulkers full of things that when I needed to, like, build there to cover up a section over here, I had everything I needed already. Because I'm starting to trim off sections where, like, we have an endless cave system almost. So I've started, there are little areas where I'm just like, nope. For the sake of the continuity of the city. You found yourself really struggling for diamonds and redstone? Yeah. An armor for cheapo gear. Yeah. That's kind of what we ended up doing, I think. But clerics, if you can get them, and if you like just can't find redstone, clerics are the next best thing.
We have some for that exact reason, actually, because there was a point at which we didn't have that much time for mining, and Dragon was going through a lot of redstone. We still are going through a lot of redstone, but
Yeah, I didn't stick on it.
No, there's still copper.
in fact, I probably need to remember to go up there and trade with them.
Just so you know, Pyro.
But yeah, there's like I dug a bunch of this out because this was almost buried. Like this level was down to here-ish, I think. Seems to have the villager bug at the minute where they are nightmare to refresh trades. So stopped with villagers till 19.1. Okay. Yeah, we started in 118, so like we already have most of our villagers set up. I think there's still a few that I want to like start placing eventually, but we haven't made those areas available yet. Well, areas like we haven't like built where the stonemasons are going to go, for instance. And I think the shepherds where like, what I just like kind of lined out is where I'll put a handful of shepherds. Because early game, one of the easiest farms to set up is a wool farm, and it's one of the also easier trades I found sometimes. Though you could also say if you can get a villager that will trade for iron, and then you set up an iron farm. But yeah, also I did a little bit of this the other day. Kind of letting this sit and see if I like this as a path for the underworld section. The yellow section of the base. They still need to stop refreshing trades. They either need a bed or you need to pick up their job for a bit. Put it back the next day. Okay, good to know, good to know. I don't think I've noticed anyone not refreshing their trades. But it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. It's just part of the reason is because we don't trade with them that much. Other than stonemasons. Oh, and I also built a thing. And then I built another one. Over here. Started adding in some of the skulk mushrooms. And I designed some with the frog lights, but then I was like, that's gonna be too much light. I'll do it with mushroom blocks. It didn't look right with mushroom stem blocks. So I went back to the frog lights. I think once no. There are 2 people on the server that sell sea lanterns. Amaranth or something like that is one of the ones that sells them, but I don't know if she has a shop yet. I don't know. I can help you find it later. I don't know how to explain. I don't know whether she has a shop or not. And I know Renchi did, but I don't know that he stocked his up. I think it was Renchi. Yeah, I really like them. They're kind of fun. Once, as I was going to say before I got interrupted by those, a lot of these lights, I will probably end up, if like the areas that end up staying cliff, will probably either get carpeted or slabbed, depending on whether they end up being cyan, terracotta, or just stone. So eventually, and like this isn't going to be as lit up as it is, so eventually those will stand out quite a bit more than they already do. And I think that's going to look really cool. Just dotting everywhere. And they're going to be all over the cave. There's also a couple other designs, more plant-like designs I've come up with. It's going to be fun. But I wanted to place a couple just to kind of practice shaping them and kind of see how they would look. Because it definitely adds, the thing I'm trying to do with the plants in this case is to try to add a little bit more of a sci-fi hint to it. So that you can kind of, because you know we have the big city and we have a lot of the elements of the other pieces, but not as much as the sci-fi. Granted, once we start adding spaceships and speeders everywhere, that will help. But until then, you know, just making sure you kind of feel like, you know, this isn't futuristic Earth, this is somewhere else. The better. But the Skulk Farm is a lot of fun. Down here.
It's also one of the reasons I put these mushrooms here is because it might make it easier to find this for now. And I don't know if Dragon's seen this, but I did widen this a little bit, and I put a hole here. And the reason I have this here is because I guess it must have spread over here, or I had a piece here, or whatever. And I was just farming it. That's a slime chunk. Interesting. And a skulk sensor spawned right here. So it's almost like, well, if it happens to go into this room and spawn a sensor, then cool. If not, it just looks cool. But the skulk has definitely taken over this section. Whee! Yeah, this is the skulk farm dragon build. Got quite a few random things yesterday. We've only gotten 2 shriekers so far, but I think we are at like 5 sensors now. I'd have to look. A lot of zombie flesh. I'll leave a few of those in there. But I love the sensors and the shriekers. I was having fun. Just messing with them. And I feel like they definitely bring out the mischievous side in me too. So that's going to be fun. I don't know if it's going to be on the server that I end up messing with some things and making some fun sound pranks, but you still want a Shrieker Shadow? Yeah, you can have one of the 2 we have. We will get more. I know we will. Just a matter of time. But they have an even lower spawning rate, I think, than the sensors do. And I don't know how many of y'all watch Green or even know of him, but he did this prank that I thought was hilarious. It's not something I would ever do because it's too loud. But he stacked quite a few shriekers together and pranked somebody with it in a certain way, and it was very funny. It was really, really loud though. Those things are loud. But yeah, 8 sensors and 2 shriekers. It's not bad. So that's what? Quite a difference in spawn rates, but I can't do math on that, so I'm not going to try. We have so many vines. That's what we get more of than anything else is the vines.
I know, I said poor Murphy.
You have a stack from clearing out an ancient city. Yeah.
You know, actually,
The thing is, I don't really want to go to an ancient city. At least not in this series. I fully intend to in another one at some point. But not on this server. Yeah, same. It's like I want to go explore one, but I also don't.
Who lives here? Who lives here?
Somebody. I don't know. Not everybody shares their bases. Oh yeah. When I play Skyblock Evolution, I am going to the ancient city. Or at least going to the door of the ancient city. Yeah, you want the things but you don't want to die. Yeah. Yeah, scary. Fun but scary, but fun. But the thing is, I can get the skulk without going to it. Like originally I was like, the warden's too scary. I don't want to deal with it. I'm not going ever. But then I watched these people who just blaze through it and like don't trigger any wardens or don't get even shot at. And I'm just like, you know, with enough wool, this might not be such a bad idea. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm not a professional Minecrafter. So I can't edit out all the parts where I make mistakes or something. Yeah, but how much of that was on purpose? Like, you're doing that on purpose, Cronoa. Hi, Sky. Thank you for playing the creeper sound. I just happened to be looking at chat and not my Minecraft screen, so you're just impatient. Yeah, I get that. And honestly, like, it was scary, but also kind of fun if you have, like, multiple wardens and you're just trying to figure out what's going on. It's all good, Sky. You'll get me eventually. Everybody does at least once. Oh, yeah, and I built this. So this is going to be a mine shaft, like an actual, like, mining facility at some point. And so I built an entrance the other day. I was just listening to an audiobook and I was like, I'm going to build an entrance. Rickety old mining entrance. Part of the reason it's going to be one is there's this mine shaft. There'll be another entrance over here. Yes, and thank you for giving her a shout out, Dragon. If you guys don't watch Sky, you should. Shadow, thank you. So Story wanted to play Power Wash Simulator, and as much as it was fun for a bit after hosing down some randomness, yeah, I could see that because like it's fun in the beginning, and then I would get bored. There are other creeper sounds. This is true. There's at least 2 sound alerts, and then
Hello there.
thank you, Jen, for gifting a sky. Gifting a sky? Gifting us up to Sky. I can word, I swear, sometimes. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy Joy. Are you stopped whining about your big sister being upstairs now? Thank you, Dragon. Let's see, like, what's interesting is I feel like a lot of people I hear talk about how, like, creepy and scary gifting a sky to a sub. Yep, exactly. A lot of people talk about, like, how scary or creepy the sounds are of the sensors and the shriekers. And I'm just like, I actually love those sounds. It's so much fun. Like, they're slightly creepy, but also they're just so cool. But yeah, the reason why I want a mine shaft is because mine shaft. Birds, Clara. Come on now. I want to build like I want to just take advantage of this fun ravine and this mine shaft here. Whoop! Yep, see? Fun ravine. Ooh, I spy redstone. We need that.
He just said good morning and afternoon.
Boop.
At 4 o'clock.
Where is it? Okay, I'll just do that. Boop. Just pretend I was never here. Whee! But yeah, I'm looking forward to like turning this into like an ore vein situation. In fact, doesn't look like the iron vein we have goes all the way over here. Though that was the other thing when I was building up. Ooh, there's a dungeon with redstone. Did we not raid this one? We must not have. Clearly, someone lit it. It didn't take out all the things out of the chest. There's iron armor in here. There we go. And it's one of those annoying bats. Okay, let's get out. Whee! But yeah, there's a... Like, I saw it from this angle first. It's like, that needs to become a mining area. Sing mode. Alright. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to put music on so that I don't have to sing by myself. Yeah, let's drop the music down a little bit though. That was the problem last time. 'Cause I didn't have any background music. Da, 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 da. Let's put this redstone away. Da, 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 da. And not smack the faces on the trees. the music disc where it goes. Do 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 do. You still need a goat horn. Well, maybe we should do that this week. It would be a fun adventure. We should retrieve the goats. That's a good idea. I have plans, ideas to get them out of the rickety old tunnel. Hi, Hantu. Do 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 do. We should also say hi to Mimic. Hi, Mimic. I had Mimic over here to help me with the concrete. I swear, villagers like to stand on ledges.
Yeah, you think we could? He's so OP. They need to nerf him, but they're making him better now too.
Why?
They're making him a tank instead of a new one.
How did you even get past security? Alright, rescue mission it is.
No, but I just added him. They're not doing that
I'm not going to push him. He'll just die. I've already killed one villager on a stream. I'm not doing it again. Unless I absolutely need to.
This room gets some natural light.
Sojourner looks boring in my opinion. Sojourner, it's the other new character that
There we go. All safe, and now you can climb back up here to stand on the ledge.
But it's gonna be so hard to play with. Yeah, I watched the videos.
Don't do that again. Sing time is up. Thank you, dragon. There we go. You can turn that off. Because I feel like I can't hear myself think when that's on, but it's better than not having any background check at all. Still have to figure out what's wrong with the volume on that. Yeah, I don't know exactly how he got past security and up the stairs, but it's probably because security's not here. Question is what kind of, he could become security. Ooh, if you're gonna pick a villager profession to be like a security guard, which one would you pick? So have I shown this off on stream? I don't remember.
I like Fortnite competitive though.
A disarmed Johnny. Speaking of pillagers, we do have one we could make sure he doesn't shoot at me. Do have one we could pacify. So that could work. Granted, we'd probably have to sacrifice the llama. Or, well, if we broke them out and then put them both in chest boats, we might be able to separate them. If we left him where he was, probably have to name him. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But he's there. It's the only time, we've had a patrol on our base, and I missed it completely. I just found this dude afterwards, because I was building this section here, and then I was like, what is that noise? Also, you need to go.
That's what I did.
hurt yourself, sir.
Decapitate them. Anyway, call them and catch me. I'm like, Mommy,
This doesn't need to be here anymore.
Yeah.
Take
I
that.
killed
Ooh, we have a little observatory up there.
So, as a
But yeah,
kid,
Mimic
chicken nuggets,
came over here to
chicken
help me with the
dinosaurs,
concrete.
every
Which was very nice, except it didn't quite work because then Mimic decided that, you know what, let's stand under the falling concrete powder.
There's no longer really a Viking village. It's more like just like
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them like a week.
Good thing they have health regen because otherwise Mimic would not be okay. Also, like, guys,
Well, they didn't
guys, just no. None of that. Come on.
yeah, but I
this is
said,
like before
what,
you're the murderer.
what things
Ah!
foibles, like most foibles love? Dinosaurs.
We still live in a creepy house.
At least then they're on a path that they can get back to somewhere else.
Nuggets. Yeah, so they just combine those two things. Oh, Isaac, remember when you were in the construction vehicle phase?
Oh, look, we have pedestrians on the mine path now.
Yeah, and you got your whole house through construction.
What was that foreshadow?
Yeah, and then one time I came over to your house and like your whole room.
They can
was
stay there
covered
forever.
in construction stuff. I was like, what happened to this?
The mushrooms kind of took over.
That's when you went to like. That's when you went to video games. I keep on
Ooh, let's see if we had any more tadpole sales.
what?
No more tadpole sales. You know, I don't think we also have sold a single tropical fish.
Yeah.
Okay, Sky, enjoy your lurk.
Wait, that's
James Bond music. Alright. That's fair. Dun dun dun. Yeah, that's probably closest. Yeah, nobody's bought any tropical fish. Or maybe one time somebody bought tropical fish. But we don't have quite as many as we did have because they fixed the error where tropical fish spawn in bubble columns. Originally, when we first had this built, we would have tropical fish come up through here, drop through down there, and just keep cycling. Now they just spawn in here. And then Tropics kills them and we get tropical fish to trade with the villagers. Which is nice.
We should have like a villager execution.
Yeah, well, let's go see the clerics real quick. Because we need redstone. Especially after building the Skulk Farm and a couple of the other ones we've done recently. And by we, mostly Dragon, but you know. I've been building buildings, he's been building farms. Worked out. Let's see. I think there are emeralds up there. Hello, clerics. There are emeralds up here. You specifically.
I got lots of leather.
Redstone. Also love this. This particular villager has 2 cats stuck in there with him. Just like stuck against the brewing stand. And there's a glass pane here, by the way, to keep them from jumping on top of that. Works really well, especially when you have borderless glass because you can't even see it.
I don't want to play Rocket League.
That's not bad. Couple stacks.
It is free.
There you go.
I'm so confused what's happening, but I don't want to play Rocket League.
You can't just. You can't just be like.
Nope, nope, not. That's the direction to get up. Direction down is over here.
I was like, alright, give you.
I still love the amethyst staircase.
I want all your leather.
Though using the plant life as a way to get down is also quite fun.
Use it for a project, especially in the Viking village. Viking village. I'll give you it free. If you care to tip, thank you. What? Tip.
Yeah, because like even from up here, the little dots of color
Okay, so.
make quite a bit of difference.
Anyway, Sam, if you care to tip, thank you. But you know. Okay. You don't?
You know, I might need to put some more beds in these houses.
Maybe.
Oh no, drag.
Don't know what that has to do with adding alien plants, but it also doesn't sound fun. Ooh, I need to get more rockets. Stuff the redstone off in the storage room and get more rockets. And then get back to adding plants. I think I got sidetracked. Just a little bit sidetracked. Don't know how I got sidetracked. But I did. Let's put the wood box back. And then
Can you give me some spruce logs too?
see, rockets is downstairs. Why do I always think rockets is up here? Rockets and arrows are downstairs.
Is that a no? I'll show you some.
Which makes sense. I'm not saying they shouldn't be down here, but I always go to this area in the top section first. And they've been down here since ever. Let's see. Is there anything... I'm getting sidetracked again. Anything interesting gets stuck in here. Okay. Yeah. I try to keep that from getting... I think the farthest it's gotten is here. But... Wow. Yeah, that is a pretty big file, Drac.
He paid me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!
Yup, exactly. That is what happened. I squirreled. Unknown reason. I don't remember what started the squirreling, but I squirreled. And it's fine. Grab the extra buckets and get some more buckets of water. We didn't have wings when the storage was built. Duh! Duh, that's why they're in the basement. Because we didn't... Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because you put that in once you had the creeper farm running and we had wings. That is from Up. It's the antagonist in the movie has talking dogs with collars. I think. The first... What? Okay, I'm confused. Yeah, Doug. The cute one. Yeah, it's an interesting movie for sure. I didn't like it the first time I saw it. But then I like watched parts of it over somebody's shoulder one time. I was like, all right, you know what? It's all good. It's a good movie. It's just not my favorite movie. Okay, you're talking about the movie you were gonna watch, and then we were talking about the movie the squirrel was from. Okay, gotcha. Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Well, yeah, I thought you asked which movie Squirrel was from. Okay, thank you, Dragon. Now I understand. I was confused. It's okay. It's not any of your own fault. I'm just like half reading things. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is a good one. Well, I watched it once, but sad it wasn't gonna let it work. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Sky. Probably just need to make this window bigger so you can actually see more of chat. There we go. Yeah, exactly. I think honestly, probably the reason I didn't like it the first time I saw it when I was like, whenever it came out, was because the main protagonist is a like 10-year-old boy, and that's not me. So I was like, I don't identify with this person. Meh. It's not the type of movie I liked at that point, anyways. But yeah, especially if it had a sad beginning, which as I recall it does. I don't do well when the movies have sad beginnings. Or sad endings, for that matter, but... actually surprised, given that that's the case, I'm actually surprised. I'm trying to remember what the movie was called. There's this one that's about a fox and
Because
a
he has to
dog
only use quick chat only.
become best
You
friends.
have to have an account to do quick, not quick chat only.
But the hunter killed the fox's mom, and then the fox and the dog are kind of live next to each other and are best friends.
The code is YTRDEG.
So it has really sad beginning. But it's them navigating the fox and the hound. Yeah, it's them navigating how to figure out like how to
Well, I just discovered something.
convince the humans that they can live next to each other and be fine, kind of thing.
User account, you had a guest account because you had to use quick chat only.
It's a really good movie, but the beginning of it is sad.
You have to use quick chat only for a guest account. If you're not a guest account, you can use any chat. That's why I saw this.
There are a couple others I could think of, but that's one in particular that's sticks in my head is one I actually liked watching as a kid. Though I think mom and dad would often skip. Excuse me. We'd skip the beginning half the time. Because why watch the sad beginning if you already know what happens? Oh, 2 buckets of water.
This is my bush. Oh, this is my
I love how both the shulker and chest monsters I have left around now have a resident stonemason. The one down here has a resident stonemason, and the one up there does too. Oh, this was almost done. The top is the main part that has to be finished. The trim at the top. And I think there's a couple places where poles and whatnot need to be done. We're doing plants, and we're doing plants up here, and I need to stop squirreling. This path takes me... it's a roundabout way to get up top, but it'll work. Not all of the staircases actually make it to the top. Believe it or not. Alright, so up here, it's a lot of terracotta. But there are places where there is sand, so we could mix some plants in, I think, without any problems. Excuse me. These terracotta. There we go. Pink. We'll do pink there. We'll leave that section because that section's got green in it already. Put one here. No. And we'll do blue here. Hi. Where's your composter? Uh-huh. And let's see, over here there'll be some sand. It's very interesting how this village kind of crossed over the 2 biomes. Because, like, believe it or not, there was actually a village up here in the beginning. Yes, you did. Yeah, you know what I found interesting about that was the promotional material like I had seen had like kind of painted him as the villain of the movie. The Jafar of the movie. To put another Disney reference. And then he wasn't. And there wasn't really a actual villain at all. And it was weird. It's one of those misleading kind of things. But still a good movie, I think. Not perfect by any means, but... The music is honestly some of my favorite. But Disney always... See, the thing is, recently with Disney, I feel like they do really well on the music front. And then either the story is good or it's just not. Yeah. I'm trying to think how to explain. Like it felt like a good movie, but there was definitely a plot
there was a part where the plot just stopped working, and then the end made sense. There's just like a little middle bit that I felt maybe jumped a little bit ahead and skipped some stuff. Yeah, there was a plot hole, but not in the sense of like missing information. It's just like it happened too fast and there wasn't enough time in the middle.
You guys need to go play. I want something to do.
Or there was too much time at the beginning. Which, I'm trying to remember, what was the name of that movie that was really good? It was the Max Steel movie, I think it was. But, like, I really liked the movie, but it felt like it needed to be 2 hours longer for it to actually have a good flow to it, because at the beginning spent so much building up the character. You learn about all the things, the character is learning about all the things, and you learn about the villain, and you learn about the thing, all, you know, powers and whatever. But the movie was too long for what happens. Yeah, it either needed a little bit more drama, or right, but it felt like it was almost like a backstory movie with a end battle scene. In this case, for Max Steel, like with an end battle scene tagged onto it, that didn't quite feel like it made sense. Because like if you're gonna do a getting started, figuring out your superpowers movie, you need to have a villain and you need to have a reason to fight the villain. But there was a point at which it felt like it just went, okay, now he knows what he's doing. That's not how that works. Or like the last part, the fight with the villain was so rushed. I think it was Max Steel. I loved, well, Encanto too. I was just saying that's what it reminded me of, as far as the first part of the plot, so much backstory that once you get to the end, the part where the battle with the main villain, whatever the battle is, whether it's with words or swords, in the case of Max Steel, but words with Encanto, just feels kind of rushed. Because you have 30 minutes left and you haven't even started sneaking into the bad guy's base yet.
He's about his character, like,
But
like 2 hours away.
yeah, either Encanto was too long or not long enough.
You were literally, like, literally 2
I think it would have depended on how you wrote it. But it was still a good story. It just was missing things. And part of that, I think, was expectation related, because for me, one, it kind of looked like there was going to be a sorcerer villain, which was me just half watching the ads probably. But it also felt like the main character and her sister, or her sisters, was going to go on this like mountain quest, like they were actually going to leave, and that didn't happen. And it makes sense why that didn't happen, but it also felt weird. But still, I think worth watching. If for nothing else, the animation's amazing. The buildings are really cool. Yeah, because the movie needs action and no other reason. Right, exactly. It did feel a little off. Because you're right, in a sense of family story of a family trying to figure stuff out doesn't need action necessarily. Though the main character's dad continually getting stung by bees was kind of funny. Admittedly, I was sitting there going, how many times do you bumble into a bee's nest before you learn not to bumble into a bee's nest? Unless the bees are just out to get you. In which case, what did you do to anger the bees? Hi. Ooh, I wonder, have we added more fishermen over here? Okay, we got 1, 2, only the 2. Is there still one in here with them? No. But the other thing I think too is I can kind of imagine that, one, they have a deadline, so they have to kind of just eventually just deal with what they have and move on. But also,
sometimes you don't realize where the holes are into a story until you put it all together and watch it, and sometimes that might be after it's released, and you go, oh, oops. Yeah, maybe we should have spent less time talking about donkeys and more time actually discussing, actually, going towards the goal of fixing this problem. Yeah. Well, not specifically the donkeys, but you know what I mean. The puppy is feeling left out again. Sickers. Or more correctly, she's found someone else to bark at to tell that she needs something. Even though she doesn't actually need something, she just wants Zoe.
Wow, Abby. Wow. Abby just at bed.
Like, how? How did you... Is there a way to get up there from over here? Oh, yeah, there is. At least you're a little more sane than the one that keeps jumping off the building over there. You're enjoying the neon sign, I get it. I also think some stories would make more sense in like a chapter or like a TV series format versus a 2.5 hour movie, and maybe Encanto should have been. No. Are they not upstairs? All right. Well, I can't help find something if questions aren't answered. But yeah, it's just one of those things that, you know what? The way I kind of look at it with that one, it wasn't a waste of time, so I'm okay. Like, it wasn't a waste of the 2 hours or whatever it was to watch it. Will I watch it again? Maybe. There are some movies I'm never watching again. That's okay. Yeah, just a bit flat. Right, but like if someone I knew really wanted to watch it, I wanted to hang out and watch it, I'd be like, all right, yeah, sure. Let's do that. If no other reason, we will have fun karaoke on the songs and just like have fun with it.
It's called Garden Story, but it's like a cute little grape. Well, maybe she's just acting down.
But yeah, I think we've got a decent amount of plants and things. I like it. Like some of these areas, I may add more, but like this path, there needs to be a path to that door. Like little pops of color. I have been debating whether I want to take the top layer up there and change it to sand, but I haven't decided yet. I might expand. Go look at it in spec so we can just slope. I might like expand the patches of sand around the buildings maybe, because it does kind of feel a little strange that it's not sand, since the sand comes all the way up to this part.
Oh my gosh, babe, that game looks amazing.
Yeah, it's oh wait. Oh, sorry.
But I also debated, do I want to pull the moss in? But that feels a little weird because it's a dry, like the moss is there, but that's the magical temple of amethyst crystals. So it's allowed to defy the climates it's in? Yeah, it does make sense that it's windblown. I actually wanted to add some more of like a little bit more texture to the walls as well, just so it's not like half of it is sand on the one side, then half of it's terracotta. Like it should have a little bit more terracotta there and more sand here. But I don't know, just trying to figure out how I want to do the top part still a little bit with the texture.
I would also say we should do a new character.
And maybe I want to introduce back in more red sand. But But actually, the village didn't reach all the way over to this edge, did it? Yeah. So I could then. True, it does. Still want to adjust it a little bit, and probably end up closing up some of these mine shaft holes and cave entrances, because we don't need those. I don't remember who it was I was talking to, but that still feel like we got really lucky with having 2 exposed spider spawners. Because if those had been just a little further inside, the other one was over here somewhere, we would have had to deal with spiders. But because they were both in direct sunlight, neither us nor the villagers had to deal with the baby poisonous spiders. Which is nice. Yeah, it's interesting that the village almost covered 3 different biomes. Because we had some on top of the Badlands, some in the desert, and some in the Red Sand Desert. Which I think technically is Badlands Mesa still too.
Yeah, we had the blue leashes.
Well, I have a leash. But it's on my old leash.
Right, we had the blue leashes. We didn't have the pink or purple ones. Has anybody seen the pink or purple leashes since we got them from Grandma's?
Nope. Oh, we should put one here. Kind of just like tucked behind the rock. And we'll make it a yellow one. Boop. See, then it kind of peeks out at you when you're walking this way, and this way you see it. Yeah, there's a few places I need to go around with polished deep slate and fix that. Someday this wall will be finished. Someday. Not today. But every time I play, Dragon and I both just start chipping away at the little things, and eventually it will be as close to done as it's ever going to get. But I think that is where I'm going to end today, as need to do a couple more things, and then I will be I will be playing Stabby Stabby tonight with some peoples. So let's see who we have to raid. What do we got? It doesn't look like I have too many people on. Welcome, Dragon. Let's see, do I see anybody's names I recognize? None of that. That's weird. Yes, I will see you at Stabby o'clock. It's going to be fun. I just have this feeling it's going to be fun tonight. I mean, it's always fun. But there's certain nights it's just more fun than others. I'm looking forward to it. I have someone playing The Sims 4. Other than that, I don't see anybody on right now.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
So does that sound? Yeah, no one's right on your list.
What are we downloading?
You know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a raid today, sadly. Because I haven't raided that person before, and I haven't been hanging out for a while, so I don't really want to raid them. So we're just gonna have to end stream without a raid, which is sad, but that's okay. It's been one of those weeks where not everybody that's normally streaming that I follow has been streaming, so Anyways, yes, indeed, dragon. Everybody have a good night. To those of you who I will see / stab later, see you later. If I don't see you later, then I will see you at some point this week in somebody's stream somewhere. And I will most likely be streaming Saturday or Sunday. I don't know that we're streaming Saturday together, but I might end up streaming Saturday anyways. I thought about it yesterday, but didn't end up doing it. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for the subs, the gift subs, and all the things and hosts and things. And I will see you all later. Bye.